These are some definitions of gross national happiness. Gross national happiness seeks to measure a nation's progress not by its balance sheet, but rather by the happiness or unhappiness of its people, the geography of bliss. The spiritual, physical, social, and environmental health of its citizens and natural environment, the guardian. Gross national happiness is the satisfaction of the average person of a particular country or area, Wall Street Journal. Bhutan's signature quality of life indicator, gross national happiness, an ethos of environmental sustainability, cultural preservation, and holistic civic contentment, New York Times. Our definition of gross national happiness. Gross national happiness is a quantifiable measurement of the average happiness of the citizens of a country. While other countries tend to measure their success in terms of gross domestic product, the country of Bhutan uses gross national happiness to define its success.
Now we're going to talk about an example to explain the gross national happiness concept. As we discussed in class and read in the article from the Geography of Bliss, Bhutan has such high gross national happiness. Their government focuses on happiness rather than financial situations. Citizens in Bhutan live a different, simpler lifestyle. Only recently were televisions allowed in the country. Another distinct difference is the infrastructure in other countries compared to Bhutan. Such examples include only one road and no traffic lights in Bhutan. The goal of Bhutan's government is to make its people happy, so their policies are aimed to improve gross national happiness. However, the United States focuses on its gross domestic product and rates its success in terms of its economic status rather than the happiness of its citizens. These statistics show that the gross national happiness in Bhutan is fairly high. In 2015, 91.2% of the country were narrowly, extensively, or deeply happy. Their gross national happiness index continues to improve each year.
Here's an application of gross national happiness. As we mentioned in class, UNC has an estimated gross national happiness level of 75%. This measurement is quantifiable by the 96.8% freshman retention rate, according to the U.S. News and World Report. Distribution of individual happiness depends on preferences and experiences of individuals.
One important aspect of gross national happiness is that happiness is affected by society at the group level. Sometimes policies increase happiness while sometimes they decrease happiness. A few examples of national policies that affect happiness are taxes, the death penalty, seatbelts, and gay marriage. Depending on the particular person, these national policies may increase or decrease their happiness. A government is responsible for setting its national policies, so therefore a government is responsible for the national happiness of their citizens, like a pilot guiding an airplane. A government is similar to a pilot guiding an airplane in several different ways. First off, both are responsible for the safety of others and the people on the plane or the citizens. Both work as a team and have a leadership or hierarchy structure. They also function like invisible hands where both the passengers on the airplane and the citizens have very little contact with the pilots and the governments. There are a few differences, however. One difference is that the destination is debated by the government, whereas the destination is set for a flight. If someone does not like something, they can leave the country that they're at, whereas the passengers cannot leave a plane. Furthermore, a pilot has several bosses and is often part of a larger corporation or an employee of a large airline, whereas the government is usually the highest authority. Finally, after the flight, passengers are no longer the responsibility of the pilot. However, as long as a citizen is a citizen, they are still the responsibility of the government.
Here's a video of an individual's experiences while traveling Bhutan. As you can see in the video, the citizens of Bhutan live a very simplistic lifestyle. There are few roads in the country, and people tend to focus on meditation and their well-being rather than their jobs and materialistic lifestyles. Enjoy!